Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for November 24, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the Ukraine conflict, where a proposed peace plan has sparked concerns among some lawmakers that it may favor Moscow's interests. The international community remains hopeful for a peaceful resolution, but the path forward remains uncertain. Secondly, the G20 summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, concluded with a joint declaration prioritizing debt sustainability, renewable energy, gender equality, and health. This outcome is seen as a significant victory for the Global South and a testament to the growing influence of African nations on the world stage. Lastly, we've been examining the precarious state of global peace. With rising competitors like China and Russia, global economic leveling, and internal divisions within established powers threatening to disrupt the relative calm we've enjoyed for nearly 8 decades. Experts warn that this era of peace may be coming to an end, and American strategists must craft a new vision to prevent or postpone the next global convulsion. These stories highlight the complex web of challenges and opportunities facing our world today. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide in-depth analysis as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. We've been following developments in Turkey, where the government has denied reports of deporting foreign nationals belonging to Protestant groups as national security threats. Meanwhile, concerns about the safety of religious minorities in the country remain following a 2019 attack on a Catholic church in Istanbul. In Venezuela, multiple airlines have canceled flights to the country after the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration issued a warning about heightened military activity. The situation remains tense, with the U.S. deploying an aircraft carrier strike group and Navy warships to the region. Closer to home, millions of Americans are preparing for one of the busiest travel periods of the year as Thanksgiving approaches. The Transportation Security Administration expects nearly 18 million people to fly between November 22nd and December 2nd, with the Sunday after Thanksgiving projected to be the busiest travel day. We urge travelers to plan ahead, check flight updates, and consider alternative routes or modes of transportation if possible. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the significant developments in the corporate bond market, where tech companies are issuing a wave of new debt to finance their ambitious projects. While some experts remain cautious about the surge in tech company debt, others see opportunities for growth. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it unfolds. Next, we turned our attention to the Indian stock market, where NBCC India and Grow emerged as key players, driving interest among investors. The construction and real estate sectors are witnessing renewed interest, while technology and financial services continue to attract investor attention. We'll be monitoring the market's reaction to new developments and sectoral rotation in the coming days. Finally, we took a closer look at the current state of savings account rates in the U.S. Despite the Federal Reserve's rate cuts, high-yield savings accounts are still offering competitive rates, with some institutions providing up to 4.5% APY. We spoke to experts who emphasized the importance of shopping around and comparing rates from various financial institutions to secure the best deal available. Remember, staying informed about key developments and maintaining a balanced portfolio is essential for navigating these markets effectively. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates and analysis from the world of finance. Good night. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we looked at an interview with Rocket Lab's CEO, Peter Beck, where he shared his vision for the future of space exploration and the role that private companies like Rocket Lab will play in it. Unfortunately, this article is not available, so let's move on to our next story. Our first actual story tonight delves into the world of space technology, where Rocket Lab is making strides in launching small satellites into orbit. However, since we don't have the interview, let's focus on the other two stories. We explored the latest developments in space technology, with Rocket Lab and its innovative approach to launching small satellites into orbit. Unfortunately, it seems that article was not available for us tonight. Our first story of the evening actually takes us to an interview with a Vanderbilt University physicist, Robert Scherer, who posed an intriguing question: what would happen if you got hit by a primordial black hole? These theoretical entities are thought to have formed in the earliest moments of the universe and could potentially range in mass from being incredibly small to as large as several solar masses. While the idea might sound like science fiction, Scherer's calculations indicate that a sufficiently large primordial black hole could indeed cause serious injury or death if it were to pass through a human body. However, the likelihood of such an encounter is virtually non-existent. Our second story takes us on a journey through the cosmos with the James Webb Space Telescope, which recently revealed a fascinating phenomenon known as AIDailyPress. This unique system consists of two Wolf-Rayet stars and a companion star, all engaged in a complex dance that will eventually culminate in a dramatic finale. The discovery of AIDailyPress not only expands our understanding of astrophysical processes, but also inspires new generations of scientists and explorers. Lastly, we touched upon an article about Rocket Lab's innovative approach to space technology. Unfortunately, it seems this article is also unavailable for us tonight. As we conclude this evening's podcast, let's reflect on the importance of scientific inquiry and the value of exploring even the most theoretical concepts. It's through this process of questioning and seeking answers that we advance our knowledge and deepen our appreciation for the complex and fascinating universe we inhabit. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, in the realm of professional football, the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens has been making waves with his outstanding performance against the Philadelphia Eagles. Catching all 9 of his targets for 217 yards and a touchdown, Pickens showcased his incredible talent and work ethic, propelling his team to a hard-fought win. His rookie deal set to expire after this season, negotiations are likely to be intense, with team owner Jerry Jones already expressing admiration for the young receiver's accomplishments. In other news, we took you to ancient Olympia, Greece, where organizers of the Milan Cortina Winter Games conducted an emergency rehearsal to light the flame using a centuries-old method that relies on the sun's rays and a concave mirror. This spectacle serves as a poignant reminder of the Olympic spirit's ability to transcend time and weather the elements. Lastly, we touched upon the NFL playoff picture, where the road to the Super Bowl is fraught with uncertainty. The Cowboys are looking to build on their momentum, facing off against their division rivals, the New York Giants, next Sunday, in a crucial matchup that could have significant implications for the NFC East standings. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the unexpected closure of the King Arthur Cafe in Brisbane, Australia. This beloved institution was a pioneer in the local food scene, and its legacy will be deeply missed. We reflected on the importance of tradition and community and how the changing face of urban Australia can affect local businesses. Next, we traveled to South America, where the world of Argentine football is always thrilling. River Plate's quest to qualify for the Copa Libertadores has been filled with twists and turns, and their fate still hangs in the balance. We met passionate fans and spoke with experts to gain insight into this intricate world. Lastly, we touched on the story of Rosario Central's triumph as champion of the league and its impact on River Plate's chances. With multiple doors opening and closing, the scenario is complex, but one thing is certain: the love for the game will endure. These stories remind us of the beauty of everyday life, the dignity of ordinary work, and the importance of tradition and community. As we head into the holiday season, let's take a moment to appreciate the local institutions that make our communities thrive. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we took a look at the latest developments in the world of music charts, where a mystery artist has been making waves with their unidentified song topping the charts. Unfortunately, we couldn't dig up more information on this enigmatic performer, but we'll be keeping an eye on it for you. Next, We dived into the fascinating story of Jessica Simpson's candid conversation about her virginity reveal to Ashton Kutcher back in the day. It was a refreshing look at how celebrities can use their platforms to promote openness and honesty, and we explored what this reveals about the power of vulnerability and self-expression in the public eye. And finally, we examined the Golden Globe's latest move, which has officially turned the prestigious event into a playground for the rich and famous. With luxury packages selling for $70,000, it's clear that the Globes are now more about glamour and excess than ever before. But hey, as I always say, if you've got the money, you can buy your way into anything, even the Golden Globes. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through the world of celebrity culture, music, and awards shows. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the devastating trade of African hornbills, which is not only threatening the survival of these magnificent birds, but also having a ripple effect throughout entire ecosystems. Conservation efforts are underway to protect them, including a proposed listing under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Secondly, we explored the crisis facing the German hairy snail, one of Britain's most endangered mollusks, along the River Thames in London. A team of citizen scientists and expert conchologists are working together to track down this tiny creature and understand its distribution and conservation status. Lastly, we shed light on the shocking story of the illicit trade in African hornbills and the importance of preserving biodiversity in urban environments, as seen in the case of the German hairy snail. We also reported on the efforts to protect the habitat of the African hornbills and the conservation status of the German hairy snail. These stories serve as a stark reminder of the urgent need for action to protect our planet's precious wildlife and ecosystems. As we move forward, it's crucial that governments, conservation organizations, and individuals work together to address the root causes of these crises and ensure the long-term survival of these incredible species. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.